Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the #1 best Royal Giant deck in Clash Royale right now. And it's also #1 ranked in the world. As you guys can see, this guy called Sofian, really good Royal Giant player, is using the exact same version as we're going to use in today's video. And he's currently #1 in the world, so I'm going to try and push up my main account. Let's see how we do in today's video. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game #1. We are kind of low in medals right now, so let's see if we can get some nice victories in today's video. And looks like we're up against this guy called Rego Shooter, not really sure how to pronounce his name. It looks like he starts off with a mini P.E.K.K.A right away, so let's go with Phoenix here, same lane. And afterwards we can distract it probably with the E-Spirit, and it should be enough to defend it, I think, with the tower and the Phoenix there. Hopefully that's gonna be enough to defend it. Okay, should be enough. Nice. I'm gonna go Fisherman here up high to pull Electro Wizard. Then I'm just gonna let it be, see whatever he drops afterwards to deal with both the Phoenix and the Fisherman. Okay, looks like he has Fireball. I'm not really sure what he's gonna be running. Electro Wizard, mini P.E.K.K.A Fireball, maybe a potential Giant deck is something I'm thinking about, or maybe just like a off-meta deck, which is not really meta, but after seeing Giant Skeleton, I'm more thinking about a potential off-meta deck here. So good thing about Fisherman against Giant Skeleton is that we can potentially activate the King Tower. I'm gonna cycle Phoenix here, same lane, just in case he goes with, I don't know, Graveyard or something. It looks like he has Balloon. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Fisherman like this, and then afterwards I'm gonna go Fireball, and I'm gonna go E-Spirit as well, and Skeletons here, last second. Okay, he does zap the Fisherman, but luckily for us, Giant Skeleton still activates the King Tower. We do end up taking quite a bit of damage because of the zap, because the Giant Skeleton was locked into the tower. But I think overall defense, I would say pretty good, like considering that we only have Phoenix as the air counter. We didn't take too much damage with the Balloon, and then the Giant Skeleton did end up taking a little bit of damage, but I wasn't really sure yet that he would have zap in his deck. Okay, so interesting deck by him. I feel like it's gonna be kind of rough for us to consistently defend. It looks like he has Barbarians. Oh, he spent a lot of elixir there. I don't know if you guys think the same, but I don't think he has that good of a defense against a Royal Giant now. I was pretty sure that he was not back to mini P.E.K.K.A yet, and then after him spending the Barbarians, I think the Royal Giant here was a great play. As you guys can see, Royal Giant getting a lot of damage. Okay, let's actually go with the Evil Skeletons to kind of support the mini P.E.K.K.A, or not support the mini P.E.K.K.A, kill the mini P.E.K.K.A, and then afterwards maybe create some pressure on the right side, but looks like we do end up forcing out quite a lot of elixir on defense, while also getting a ton of damage. Let's keep under pressure. I think it's gonna be important to play around with his cycle. If he has Giant Skeleton, if he has Barbarians, he has kind of an awkward cycle, so we definitely need to try and take advantage of that, and then at the same time try and defend as good as possible. Okay, looks like he does go with his Balloon. Let's go with Phoenix here, let's go with the Fireball. Ooh, nice. Okay, that was a really nice play by him. I was not expecting him to Fireball plus arrows on top of everything there. We do have the King Tower activated, so luckily for us the Balloon does not get any damage. And then here we force out the Electro Wizard with the Fisherman. Okay, I feel like Ghost is gonna be one of the most important parts of winning this matchup from now on. Why? Because it's just such an important card to mess with their cycle. Let's cycle Phoenix. We do need to watch out if he pressures opposite lane with a Balloon, but we have a really quick cycle, so I think we should be fine. Nice, very good Skeletons there. I'm actually gonna go Fireball here on top of those Barbarians. I'm gonna go E-Spirit, and then I'm gonna go Phoenix here once again. Plus it goes towards the right side. Okay, he does go with the Evil Zap. He does force out. Okay, I don't think we. I was about to say, I don't think we'll have to overspend there. And then here I'm gonna go with Royal Giant left side lane with this Phoenix, plus an E-Spirit, plus Evil Skeletons towards the right side lane. Okay, nice. Look at the Evil Skeletons as well. Okay, looking pretty good right now. We are gonna get a lot of damage with the Royal Giant. I'm actually gonna keep under pressure here with another Phoenix, and then I'm gonna go Ghost right side just to mess with his cycle, like recognizing that he has a Giant Skeleton, recognizing that he has triple spell. He doesn't really have a good counter against the Ghost, so as you guys can see, I'm just trying to be as annoying as possible on both lanes. In this case, look at the Ghost, look at the Royal Giant, and I think the Ghost on the right side in the end is gonna get us the victory. Kind of a strange off-meta deck from him. Anyways, we got the victory, which is the most important thing. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game #2. Looks like we're up against this guy called Tomdi, so let's give him a good luck and let's see what deck he's gonna be running. So normally, by the way, I see a lot of people start off with E-Spirit in Royal Giant decks because of course they often say the King Tower doesn't affect the Royal Giant, but in my opinion you shouldn't really give them the activation as easy as just going with E-Spirit, because let's say for some reason he also has a Royal Giant deck, he activates the King Tower, then afterwards the Fisherman pulling your Royal Giant towards his King Tower is gonna help him a lot. So in general, I wouldn't really recommend going with E-Spirit like first play. I think in general you just kind of want to wait and see what he's running. So it looks like he has Bend. Bend could be a lot of stuff, but most of the times it's some kind of bridge spam deck, P.E.K.K.A deck. I guess it could be either P.E.K.K.A or bridge spam. I would lean more towards P.E.K.K.A. I feel like P.E.K.K.A in general is a little bit more looks like it's actually Goblin Joe. Okay, I wanted to say P.E.K.K.A is a little bit more, how do you say, like popular, more famous, but it looks like it's actually gonna be a Goblin Joe deck. Okay, So also one thing what I like to do a lot with the Phoenix, whenever I Phoenix on the field, I most of the times do kind of go aggressive with the Royal Giants. Why? Because 9 out of the 10 times the Phoenix is gonna pretty much trade out any troop he's gonna drop. Most of the times the Phoenix is gonna get a lot of value. Here I'm gonna go with Look, making sure that we kill the Electro Wizard. Then if you guys look at the situation, we dealt a lot of damage, and then he doesn't really have a counter push. Of course, here we do have to spend the Ghost, but that's totally fine. Afterwards, he also needs to respond to the Ghost, so yeah, that's just a good trade for us in general. And then we're already dealing a ton of damage, and the Ghost as well. I feel like Ghost is one of those cards where if your opponent doesn't have the best cycle available, when your opponent doesn't have great answers in general in the deck, it's just such an annoying card to deal with, and it can easily mess up the cycle of your opponents. Okay, I think I'm gonna let the Phoenix be. It is gonna get quite a lot of damage, but here I'd much rather go with the Evolved Royal Giant and then prepare. Okay, looks like he does have P.E.K.K.A. Oh, it's gonna be P.E.K.K.A. with Goblin Drill. That's actually interesting. Okay, I was not expecting him to... Well, I was expecting him to have P.E.K.K.A., but after seeing the Goblin Drill, I was not expecting him to also have the P.E.K.K.A. So it's actually gonna be a P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Drill deck. I'm assuming without the veteran, because if not, he probably would have used it already. And then here we can cycle Phoenix once again. Phoenix is one of the most important cards in this deck, because 9 out of 10 times you always want to combine it with the Royal Giant, as I mentioned before. Then it's got to pretty much trade out really anything they drop. So let's give it a pressure. Let's here go with another Royal Giant. I'm gonna get a nice fireball going on top of all the troops, and he does go with drill defensively, which of course for us is amazing, because this way we can get afterwards not worry about the drill on like our defense. Like we should be totally fine here. Okay, let's cycle another Phoenix, and as you guys can see, okay, let's keep up the pressure on the opposite lane. I'm actually gonna go Ghost plus Royal Giant opposite lane. Even though he does have full HP on the right side tower, I think it's still a good play, especially considering the fact that we have Evil Skeletons available. Okay, nice. So we're gonna get a ton of damage on the right side as well. We should be fine on defense, unless he for some reason goes with prediction arrows, but I think we should be fine. Let's go here with Evil Skeletons. Let's go with Phoenix. He does have the set, but he actually doesn't end up killing all of the skeletons. I'm gonna go E-Spirit here to afterwards end up activating King Tower. P.E.K.K.A. is gonna get one shot, but honestly that's totally fine. And then here we can go with a Royal Giant Fisherman predict on the P.E.K.K.A. And I'm gonna go with Skeletons. Well, doing the Fisherman with Skeletons. We also still have the Phoenix plus the Ghost on the left side, so he's once again, like the last match, gonna have to deal with both of the situations, both of the lanes, which is pretty much, I would say almost impossible. Like, it's just so hard to deal with the pressure. With this Royal Giant deck, you have such a quick cycle, as I mentioned before, 3.0 average X cost. You can always just apply so much pressure. And as I said, very, very important to, I would say 9 out of the 10 times, combine your Royal Giant with that Phoenix, because then the Phoenix can trade out pretty much any troop they use, even against the P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A, of course, is a good Royal Giant counter in general, but if you have a Phoenix there, if you have a quick cycle, Skeletons, Fisherman, afterwards the P.E.K.K.A is not gonna do that much to your towers. So very nice win there, and let's hop into game number 3, and looks like we're up against a pro player here. Looks like we're up against Sandbox. Sandbox, one of the best, if not the best Korean players in Clash Royale, and in general, super, good pro player. Okay, let's see what he's gonna be running. Let's start off with Skeletons. He also cycles Skeletons. I guess I'm gonna cycle a Lock here. I don't think it's gonna be Lock bait unless, he is running some time of Lock bait deck with Skeletons, but I don't think so. It looks like he has a Bomber, so I'm more leaning towards a potential Drill cycle deck here. Drill, of course, one of the best evolutions in the game right now. Okay, so this is gonna be an interesting one. I think against cycle decks in general, most of the times you want to go with Royal Giant in the back. Why? Because most of the times they have something like, I don't know, let's say a Little Prince, let's say a Mighty Miner, something like that. We're talking about Mighty Miner, looks like he doesn't need to have a Mighty Miner. And then most of the times when you get cycle back towards the second Royal Giant, their cycle is like kind of awkward. Okay, let's go with Fisherman. He's probably gonna go with Skeletons here to distract. So I am gonna go with a Lock here as well. Let's see if the Fisherman, I think the Fisherman is gonna pull, I was about to say that. I think the Fisherman is still gonna pull the Mighty Miner, so that's good for us. And then afterwards we can go with Skeletons. So what I want to say is, as you guys can see here, he doesn't have Mighty Miner cycle, he doesn't have the best cycle right now. Well, we already cycle back to the Royal Giant. So that's like one of the most important things, in my opinion, about playing Royal Giant in the back. Afterwards, you can cycle back to the new Royal Giant. And as you guys can see here, we should be able to get quite a lot of damage because of the fact that we outcycled his counters. He didn't have Mighty Miner on the field, because when we went with the Ghost plus the Royal Giant left side lane, his Mighty Miner was still here with like, a couple of HP. Like, he didn't have that much HP yet. Okay, let's go with Phoenix here. So the evolutions, I'm assuming it's gonna be Drill plus the Tesla evolution just used, but I don't think he used the Drill yet, but I think he should have Drill in there somewhere. Okay, let's go with a lock here offensively. Let's see what he's gonna drop to defend his Phoenix. In the meantime, I'm gonna go with Skeleton as well. And then once again, I'm gonna go with Royal Giant. No, I'm not gonna go with Royal Giant because he does go with his Drill. Okay, let's go with Ghost here. Let's then go with the Fisherman. And very important detail as well, guys. I don't think many people know this, but why do I go Royal Giant in the back in the right side lane here? Like, if anyone knows the answer, make sure to comment it right away before I say the answer right now. But in my opinion, it's really important to go Royal Giant in the lane where you're not attacking, especially the normal Royal Giant. Why do I say that? Because afterwards you can go with the evolved Royal Giant in the lane where you do want to attack, if that makes sense. In this case, he does go with the Mighty Miner. I don't think we should go Royal Giant at the bridge right now. I'm just gonna go Royal Giant once again in the back. Of course, if you don't have a good opportunity to go with Royal Giant at the bridge, even if it's the evolved one, you should not go with the Royal Giant at the bridge there. Like in this case, it's still a good play to go Royal Giant, even if it's the evolved one in the lane where you're not attacking. Okay, I think I'm gonna go low here towards the right side lane, and then once again I'm gonna go with another Royal Giant in the back. So Sephiroth is actually doing a good job at defending. He's kind of focusing more on defense at the moment and focusing on offense, which is a good thing by him for sure. Okay, let's go Fisherman here, let's Cyclone E-Spirit. I would say towards the right side, and I'm also gonna go Phoenix here up high, and at the same time I'm gonna pressure opposite lane a little bit. Okay, let's go Ghost. Oh, he does go with a Mighty Miner. That was a nice Mighty Miner, but he doesn't have Skeletons and he doesn't have Poison. I'm not sure if he has the Evil Tesla available right now. Okay, looks like he does. So the Evil Tesla is gonna be great for him. I'm gonna go Lock here on top of the Mighty Miner, but not sure if it was even necessary. But I guess it's fine. Lock anyways gets a little bit of chip damage, right? Okay, let's go E-Spirit here. Let's then go with a Phoenix as well. And not really sure. I mean, we're winning right now by damage, but at the same time, we need to watch out though. Okay, those Skeletons were really bad because they actually made the Ice Spirit jump on top of the tower. For some reason, I thought that the Mighty Miner was going to be tanked by the Goblin Drill. That's why I went with Skeletons, trying to distract the Mighty Miner there. But that was a bad play by me. And he's slowly but surely making a comeback here, actually. Okay, we need to focus up, guys. We definitely need to focus up because if not, it's going to be a difficult match here. I mean, anyways, I think it's a pretty difficult match. But we had a really nice single elixir for sure. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with low prediction on the Skeletons. There you go. We do end up catching the Mighty Miner. Let's go with our own Skeletons. Let's go with Phoenix as well. And then I'm going to go E-Spirit here. Okay, looking pretty solid. We're applying a lot of pressure. Look at the Phoenix on the middle as well. I think I'm going to go with another Royal Giant here. He does go with the Evolved Tesla. And then I'm going to go Ghost as well. Nice. Let's go with a lock here to try and keep up the pressure. Let's go with E-Spirit. And then I'm going to go with Evolved Skeletons on the right side if he drops, for example, Mighty Miner or something. Okay, he's doing a really good job at defending, but I think at the same time we're also defending pretty well. He does have the Evolved Drill right now, so we need to be really careful, guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, we need to watch out with this Bomber. Let's go with Lock here. Let's then afterwards go with Skeletons to distract the Goblins. Let's go with the Phoenix up high, but I think we do end up losing the match. Oh my god, he played it so well. Honestly, I think we also did a pretty good job at defending. Not really sure what I could have done different. I tried my best to create a lot of different ways to pressure with the Royal Giant. Let's see if the Royal Giant connects. Oh my god, maybe with the Royal Giant connection in the last second we could have gotten the victory. Anyways, let's give it a good game. Sandbox, as I mentioned before, one of the best players in the world right now in Clash of. Okay, let's go, guys. Looks like we're up against another really good player. He has a top 24 finish in the world, so let's give him a good luck and let's see what this guy is gonna be running. By the way, last match, as I said, I feel like I played that pretty well. Definitely made some mistakes here and there. Maybe in the end, I should have, instead of went with Royal Giants, tried to Fireball Cycle him, fully focus on defense, but I'm not really sure what I could have done different besides that. Okay, looks like he has a Tombstone. Let's cycle Phoenix here into the Tombstone. Tombstone most of the times is either gonna be Lava Loon or it's gonna be, I would say, okay, looks like with Skeleton Dragon, it's probably gonna be Lava Loon, which is also a pretty difficult matchup for this Royal Giant deck. Why? Because we only have Phoenix as the air counter, as we also saw in the game number 1, where we played against the kind of strange Giant Skeleton Balloon deck. Let's go Ghost here towards the left side. Looks like he does have Valkyrie, which probably means that he does not have the Barbarians, if I'm not wrong. So I'm actually going to go Royal Giant here at the bridge, knowing that he doesn't have Barbarians. I think that should be a decent Royal Giant. He does have Inferno Dragon, but we can go with the E-Spirit here to reset it, and then the Royal Giant should be able to get a lot of damage. If he does end up going with the Lava Hound in front, which he probably might, let's see if he does, we should be able to deal with the Inferno Dragon quite well. It looks like he doesn't, so we can just distract it here with some Skeletons, and if necessary, we can go Fisherman at the bridge as well. Okay, looks like he does go with his Lava Hound. I think I'm gonna cycle Lock, and I'm gonna go with Ghost here at the bridge. Used to be annoying and kind of mess with his cycle. Okay, so this is an interesting one for sure. I think I need to keep under pressure. Why? Because as I mentioned before, we only have Phoenix as an air counter. It's not like we're going to be able to defend the Lava Hounds that well. So it's going to be important to try and get as much damage as possible, in this case on both lanes. Okay, I'm going to go Phoenix here. Looks like he does go with his Void Spell. So I'm going to go with E-Spirit to try and kind of protect the Phoenix here. Hopefully it's able to revive, and then I'm gonna go Fisherman like this, try and activate the King Tower. Okay, so looking pretty solid. If he does go with a balloon at the bridge, we have Fireball available. We take the Lava Bugs in this case are not gonna get that much damage, and we need to keep under pressure for sure. Mess a lot with his cycle, with the Ghost. So the Ghost on offense is gonna be very, very important, guys. Let's go with a lock here as well. Hopefully, thanks to the lock, the Ghost or the Fisherman is able to get a bit of damage on top of the tower, and he does end up going with Skeletons as well. Okay, let's go with a Royal Giant here at the bridge, and then I need to keep under pressure. He's probably gonna go with default Valkyrie. There you go. Let's go with Fisherman, and let's then go with a Ghost here as well. Why do I go Ghost? Because once again, he only has Valkyrie and he only has Tombstone as ground units. So in this case, we're just trying to mess up his cycle as much as possible. Okay, let's go with Skeletons here afterwards towards the left side lane. And then we're gonna go Phoenix here on top of the balloon, and then we need to go East Spirit here as well to distract the Infernal Dragon. Okay, let's go Fisherman like this. I'm actually gonna go with a Royal Giant in the middle because we cannot really defend. So the only thing we can do here in this situation is just keep under pressure. Okay, nice. Royal Giant is gonna get a lot of damage. Then I'm gonna go with a Phoenix here on top of the Lava Hound to try and make sure that if he goes with a balloon for the free count, which is basically his only option at this point, he's not able to get it. So as you guys can see, most important thing in these type of matchups where you know that you don't have the best matchup, just play a lot with their cycle. Try to pressure as much as possible with their cycle. As you guys can see, I wasn't really too worried about taking some damage with the Lava Hound. I was way more focused on going offensively. Going offensively allows us to either get a lot of damage or just force out a lot of elixir from him on defense so he cannot make a big push, if that makes sense. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about matches, about things in general, always feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. See you guys soon with the last match of today's video. Okay, let's go guys. Hope we get to the last match of today's video. So far doing pretty well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying today's video. It looks like we're up against a Japanese player, and looks like he starts off by cycling archers. So archers, I would say 9 out of the 10 times it's gonna be Expo. Archers isn't really used in any other deck, but I guess we will find out later. And it looks like it's not gonna be Expo. Looks like it's actually gonna be some kind of recruits deck. So it's gonna be interesting to see what version he's gonna be running here. Let's go with a Ghost in the meantime towards the left side. Let's go with a Fisherman to try and deal with the right side recruits. And I'm gonna go Phoenix here up high on the left side because he also went with a Fisherman there. And I'm actually really tempted. Oh, I wanted to say I'm really tempted to try and go Royal Giant, but it looks like he actually goes with a Goblin Giant instead already. So we need to be careful here, but I think we should be fine. Hopefully the Fisherman, oh, I wanted to say hopefully the Fisherman can help us try and activate the King Tower, but it looks like it's not gonna help out. It's actually distracted by, I think it was the recruit, and then afterwards by his Fisherman. Okay, so how crazy would it be to go Royal Giant here? I feel like I don't know if he's back to the recruits, but I don't think he should have enough elixir here to go with Evolved Recruits. Looks like he goes Bowler instead. Okay, so he goes Bowler and he also goes Archers here. That should be able to get a lot of damage. As you guys can see, Royal Giant is connecting many times to the left side tower, and we should be able to defend this push also very easily. Fisherman actually dealt a lot of damage to the Bowler, and then here with the lock, I think it's already enough to clean up all the units coming at us on the left side lane. So interesting deck by him for sure. Recruits, Goblin Giant, Archers. I'm not sure what evolution he's running. I guess he has evolution. Yeah, I think he has evolution Archers and evolution Recruits, so he should have the normal Goblin Giant. Of course, it's not possible to use triple evolution. Maybe in the future, who knows? Clash Royale is definitely able to do something like that, but I don't think they will anytime soon, hopefully at least. Okay, in the meantime, looks like he went with a Mother Witch. I think we should be fine here. Let's go with Ghost on the right side lane. Then I'm gonna go East Spirit plus Evolved Skeletons on the left side lane here. Okay, perfect. And let's actually go with Royal Giant at the bridge. He does have the Evolved Archers, so let's have the Fireball ready in case he goes with the Evolved Archers. Let's see if he does go with them. Looks like instead he goes with a Fisherman, so I'm just gonna let this be. But look at the Royal Giant, by the way. 2 Royal Giants so far, and both Royal Giants are getting a ton of damage. So much damage off to his left side tower. 771 HP left on his left side tower now. Okay, let's go with a lock here. Let's then go with a Fireball on defense. Let's go with a Ghost as well, and it should be able to be a pretty easy defense. I don't think we can, or I think we can take a bit of damage on the right side. I don't think we need to overspend there. As you can see, we already took quite a lot of damage on the left side, so kind of know when to say, okay, right side tower is basically full HP. I can totally take some damage here without having to worry about anything. Okay, let's see. Let's go with a lock here afterwards to try and kill the goblins from the Goblin Giant. Then I'm gonna go with a Ghost here up high to deal with Mother Witch before it's gonna create a lot of piggies or something. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with Skeletons here as well. Let's go with a Phoenix. I don't think I need to go with a Fisherman here. I think once again, as I said before, we should be able to take a little bit of damage. Okay, let's go with the E-Spirit. Let's then go with a Royal Ghost. Let's go with Skeletons. Okay, we need to watch out because this Goblin Giant is actually kind of getting close to the tower, but we should be fine. We have a really quick cycle, as you guys can see. We cycle back to the Fisherman very easily, and then here we can even go with Royal Giant, so the Fisherman pulls it towards his tower, and it should be a good game. We already saw it in the first couple of pushes with the Royal Giant. He doesn't really have a way to stop our Royal Giant from connecting, so it is going to connect twice, and it's going to get another victory. Very nice push, very nice video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.